Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the How to Script in Valheim course. Today we're going to learn all about using weight, which is very similar to chance in the previous video. Except this time I'm going to make a brand new example. I got derailed in the previous episode and I told you about ragdolls and loot tables, and I should have just focused on chance, so I apologize for that. And here's how it's going to work. We're going to use the player's jump command to trigger the spawning of a monster. To begin, let's set up the very basic bones of the script. Whenever the player jumps, a goblin will spawn, okay? So let's zoom out here, jump, and then boom, there's our goblin. So if we zoom in a bit here and take a look at the entry, we can see that when the player goes into the state that is the action jump, it spawns a goblin. This is just a simple script. There's no weight to it, right? So now we have two scripts that react to the player jumping by spawning a goblin. We go in game, we jump, and what happens? We get two goblin. These are what are referred to as weightless scripts, okay? Like this, weightless, all right? Weightless scripts are the most common kind of script. It's any script that doesn't have either weight or fallback, okay? So right now, this would be a weighted script, and this is a weightless script. Let's get rid of the fallback here, and as you saw earlier, when we jump, we get two goblins to spawn. So you can imagine that each one of these scripts is counted as a separate thing, so they both happen. We never say to spawn two goblin, but we do have two scripts, each spawning one goblin. Now, take a look at something interesting. What happens if we add weight 1 and weight 1? We're going to save this, and now when we jump, we get one goblin. I jump again, another goblin. I jump again, another goblin. We always get one goblin. It's not yet clear what's going on, so I'm going to make it very obvious. We're going to make it so sometimes when we jump, there's a Grey Dwarf, and in the other script, there's a goblin. We jump, what do we get? A Grey Dwarf. We jump again, Grey Dwarf, goblin, Grey Dwarf, goblin, Grey Dwarf. As you can see here, it is just a 50-50 chance each time. Once you add weight to a script, then everything changes. For now, let's just imagine that only weight 1 is valid. All right, it's actually more nuanced than that. But basically what's happening is as soon as you add weight to a script, it means that the entry can only trigger one occurrence. So here's a question for you. Let's zoom out a little bit. If I run both of these sets at the same time, what's going to happen? Well, we'll jump, and what do we get? We got 3 monsters total, 2 Grey Dwarves, 1 Goblin. Jump again, what do we get? 3 monsters total, 2 Goblin, 1 Grey Dwarf. What do we get this time? 3 monsters, 3 monsters. So as you can see, even though we have 4 scripts, every time we jump, we get 3 reactions, right? And if you think about it, it makes sense. Because we have these weightless entries. These are like independent entries. They don't care about other scripts that share the same trigger. And there's 2 of them. That means we're definitely getting at least 2 monsters to spawn. And then here we have the weighted scripts, and it has to pick between one of them. So we're always going to get 1 Grey Dwarf, 1 Goblin, and then half the time we'll get another Grey Dwarf, and the other half the time we'll get another goblin. In this way, you can fine-tune a lot of the different outcomes and add variety to an experience. But this is only just the beginning. There's a lot more nuance to the weighted script situation. Now let's get into some of that nuance. I'm going to get rid of the weightless scripts because there's not much more to them. They always run, they don't care about the weighted scripts. They're kind of like a separate system, all right? You can imagine it that way. So now we're gonna focus entirely on these weighted scripts. Up until this point, we've only used weight 1, but weight doesn't have to be 1. It can be very easy to think that weights have to always equal 1. So you'll often see that scripts are written this way, so 10% of the time this happens, 90% of the time this happens. But technically, that is exactly the same as doing this. Because it's not the individual weights that matter, it's the ratio of the weights when compared to all the other matching triggers. So in general, it's easier for you to keep it between 0 and 1. In general, I find it best to format things this way because it's similar to how other things are formatted in EWP. So this would be a 10% chance and this would be a 90% chance. Now if we save this and then we start bunny hopping, we can see that we usually get a goblin, but every now and then we get a Grey Dwarf. That's the 90% of the time a goblin and 10% of the time a Grey Dwarf. So let's take a step back. We have our weighted scripts, right? And when you have a weight, it's going to get compared to all the other weighted scripts. If we were to remove the weight, this now becomes a guaranteed action. And something interesting will happen now, because this weight is less than 1. So far, you've only seen weights that are more than 1. When the total weight of all of the eligible triggers is less than 1, it means that sometimes it won't happen. So having this entry means that 10% of the time when the player jumps, nothing will happen. And if we were to take it down to 1, this would mean that 90% of the time when the player jumps, nothing happens. And hey, look at this. This is where we are in the video, but this is all the stuff we got left. So it turns out weight is actually going to be 2 episodes. We'll be learning more advanced usage of weight and how to make a basic priority system with weights. And then we're also going to be dabbling in the usage of biomes and this new parameter here, biome, which I haven't shown you yet. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.